And welcome back to another Axel 72 video, and today I'm back with another interview and I'm here with Macauley Owen. How are you, lad?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, real good. Thanks for
Great.
having me on.
I very much appreciate you coming on. So you're a 25-year-old lightweight and you're 3-0, correct?
Yeah, 3-0 currently. Yeah, a couple of fight days in place, so yeah.
Yeah. And so if you're new around here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you're doing the like video, and let's get straight into it. So the question which I always like to start off with, going back to the very start of your career, who inspired you to get into boxing, lad?
Oh, jeez. I don't really have a name to put that to.
All right.
As a kid, I used to like to fight. I thought so. What better thing to do? We always used to be with my mates. We used to put the gloves on, and that we used to have like little fights here and there. So
Right.
I thought, why not give it a go when I was younger?
So is that kind of the reason why you got into boxing in general?
Pretty much. I always like. I don't know. I always had this. I love to fight. Do you know what I mean? But boxing, yeah, it's an art. As I've found out, like moving through my career, it is an art. But yeah, when I was younger, I just used to fight. And what way can you get away with fighting? Is to
Yeah,
put the gloves on and get in there.
definitely. All right. So obviously you did do that, and then you happened to have your first amateur fight, like everybody starts off with. What happened in your first amateur fight, if you can remember?
Jeez, yeah, it was a sticky one that.
Right.
Basically, me and another lad from the same gym, we were
Mhm.
both matched for the show.
Right.
We were regular sparring partners. The spars were always fairly even, good
Mhm.
spars. So yeah, leading up to the show, I think it was the day before, or it even could have been the day of.
Mhm.
Both our opponents pulled out,
Oh
same
right.
weight, same age. So yeah, so our coach just stuck us in together. It
Right.
was his fifth fight,
Mhm.
in my first. So
Mhm.
yeah, so he knew it'd be a good fight and had a
Mhm.
go. I didn't win that one, lost on
Right.
a
Okay.
decision.
Right.
It's safe to say it was one of those just all out slugfests as the debuts normally do go
Yeah.
when you're a bit younger. But yeah, lost that one. And
Mhm.
come back and avenge the in my next fight.
Mhm.
Got a stoppage win, so
All
it
right.
was pushed on from there.
Yeah. So obviously, like you said, you pushed on from there. And am I right in saying you had about 75 amateur fights?
75 on the dot, yeah, well
Well,
70.
yeah. It's a solid number. I've interviewed people with like a bit more and a bit less, and I feel like that's kind of like a good middle ground.
Yeah, I wanted to get to 100 myself.
Mhm.
I wanted to get to 100 fights. I feel like it's a good landmark to make in the
Mhm.
amateur game. Sets you up well to then move into the pros, doesn't it?
Mhm.
100 fights. You got that for the rest of your life, then, haven't you? But
Yeah.
obviously, this thing called COVID come about
Yeah.
and put the boxing scene on hold. So we guess, like my age at the time, we decided it was time to turn over and start
Mhm.
building on that career instead.
So that is pretty much the answer to my next question. Is that why you turned pro when you did?
Yeah, I'd say so. I just finished uni. I just finished my masters in
Mhm.
sports nutrition.
Right.
Um, and yeah, well, the plan was to literally just fight anybody,
Mhm.
just take fights and get to 100 fights. We were at 75. I just thought we're going all the box cups, or we were traveling abroad to the box cups abroad. Even the ones in England, we were going to all of them.
Mhm.
I was going to say, like, put on my what's the thing called? What's the thing? The England boxing thing where you get matched up. I can't think what it's called now.
I don't either.
Yeah, but yeah, just say like ready to box, and we'll
Mhm.
we'll box anyone. We'll travel anywhere
Mhm.
to fight anybody to get to that 100 mark.
Yeah.
But yeah, but COVID come and
Mhm.
we got a decent offer, so we turned over.
So obviously you did turn over and you had your first fight. And how, obviously from what I saw, you got a round one TKO. How did it feel to win in that such impressive fashion?
I said to everyone that whole the lead up to the fight, the
Mhm.
months in preparation, every training session was ticked off. Like I literally
Mhm.
ticked every box there was. And then on the day, like everything just fit. The journey there, the weigh in the day before weigh in, fueling up for the fight, like just everything just fit perfectly. It was like a dream come true. Then to be in Birmingham at the NIA where it was,
Mhm.
uh, yeah, it was a dream come true, mate.
Mhm.
Honestly, to have that first round stoppage as well, like, I was going in for it. Like there was no chance
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get a stoppage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't quite expect it to be the first round, to be honest, because he's been the distance with a fair few
Mhm.
people who were tough lads. So But yeah, on the day I just couldn't miss.
So obviously that was kind of a sign of things to come, and obviously you're then, I don't know if it was before then or after then, but you ended up with Queensberry Promotions.
I actually signed on from day one. I did.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah, I was on. Whose undercard was there on that day? I was on Brad Foster's undercard when he's boxing for the. Was it what fight was that? Can't remember. Yeah, I was on Brad Foster's undercard for that one. Yeah, I signed on from day one. I was very, very lucky to do so. So yeah, that was a Queensbury show.
So obviously you're working with them. What is it like working with Frank Warren and BT?
I mean, it's good, man. The shows, you can't beat the shows. The shows are
definitely.
Quality. Do you know what I mean? The whole the event. It's entertainment, isn't it? And they really do make it entertainment. The lights, the ring walks, the everything, the build up, the TV coverage is spot on. You can't complain for none of that. But yeah, I just wish at the minute they had a few more shows for us to get on.
Yes, well, it seems like more are getting announced at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, just got to wait. Just got to keep yourself in shape and prepared for when the dates do come up.
Yes, and so obviously you then went after your pro debut and you went and got 2 more wins. And I was just kind of wondering, how tough was your last fight?
Tough. I mean, wasn't tough as in the lad was like giving it to me. It was tough as in he can just take a punch. Like that guy. What's his name? Liam Richards, I think.
Right.
He had like 80 fights. He's only been stopped the one.
Oh, really?
How on earth he survived those 4 rounds, I do not know. That man is a very tough man. He can take a punch, body shots, head shots. I've caught him with everything.
Yeah.
I stepped up and boxed a little bit heavier to box him because he was what I was about at the time. But yeah, so fair play to him. Yeah, tough guy.
Yeah, you seem to get quite a few guys like that, definitely at the start of your career, and it just kind of helps build you up.
Yeah, going the distance. I mean, when the distance in my second fight, again, like, yeah, that guy was a tough cookie to crack. Like, these guys, man, they're fighting week in, week out, and they can take the punches. They know what it feels like. And yeah, so to go in the distance, it means more sometimes. Getting the 4 rounds under the belt, we're like ready to push on. I think the next one will be a 4-rounder again, and then we're ready to go 6 and start pushing.
Right. So obviously you were talking about your next fight. Are you? So have you got an official date for that fight now?
Yeah, it's the 23rd of September.
23rd of September.
It's not actually a Frank Warren show. It's not actually a Queensbury show.
Okay.
Because they're a bit limited in shows at the minute. So they've allowed me to go on my manager's card. Just obviously I need to be building myself. Is it?
Definitely.
Like it's all right, like being signed on and being a professional boxer. But if you're not fighting in these early stages of your career, that's what matters the most, isn't it? So I boxed. When did I box? Boxed October, November, and then one in April. And since April, I haven't boxed. So when obviously August, it'll be September by the end. So it's just been a bit inconsistent. So yeah, to have the opportunity to actually fight, doesn't matter what show it is at the end of the day. I need to get the fights under my belt, ready for when the time comes to push on.
Definitely. So have you gone into camp for that now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, mate. We don't really go out of camp. I'm constantly training, training like twice a day, like 5-6 days a week. So, we don't really come out of camp.
Yeah.
It just obviously we do turn on the gas a little bit when the time comes. But I've got S&C coaches like programming my sessions, so I'm never off. If I'm not in the boxing gym, I'm in the actual gym building my strength, power, or fitness.
Great. So obviously you said you've got a date for September. Does that mean that you are possibly trying to get out again, like maybe December time?
Yeah, well, end of October, start of November. I've heard there's a show which would be another Queensbury show.
Right. Okay.
So that's the next target after that. This one's kind of setting us up to get going again. Yeah.
So that means that fight in October, November time might be a bit of a bigger fight.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's the plan. Like I said, I don't know who the opponent is for this one. I just know it's probably going to be a 4-rounder, and the next one before Christmas will be the 6-rounder. So from there, yeah, go 6 and then to the 8s and then push on. I mean, I'm ready. It's like sparring the lads. Like I've sparred many lads around my weight who are like, regional champions and this and that. Like it's just no being the distance once, isn't it? Like 6 rounds, 8 rounds. Like it's just gonna tell. Like going that little bit further in the fight. I'm ready to fight anybody. Like I genuinely do feel like I am ready to fight anybody now. Whether it's push past the regional stage, like English stage, whatnot. Like there's no reason why we shouldn't be there already.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you've got a good determined attitude, and that kind of leads on to my next question. So obviously you're 25 at the moment, so I was just kind of wondering where you think you'd be in 5 years, because you kind of be in your prime then, so where do you think you'll be in that time?
5 years and 25. 30, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you might have, it depends if you have an early prime or not.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the next 2 years are the most crucial. In 2 years' time, like I said to you, I'm confident in my ability. Not cocky or anything.
No.
Definitely not. But you got to be confident in this game. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, you got to be willing to take the fights when they come. I'm just confident it'll come. So in the next 2 years, there's no reason why I won't be boxing for British title and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the game to get the titles, to get those. So to prolong it till I was 30 would be a bit. Would be a long stretch, do you know what I mean?
Right, okay. Right, so, well, that's kind of the bulk of my boxing questions, and I'm going to leave it with this final question, which I always like to offer out, being, do you want to shout anything out?
Shout anything out? Not really, just obviously very grateful for the team around me, very grateful for the sponsors that got behind me. Yeah, Resin Floors, Telford, who are currently giving me work, like between as and when I need it. Obviously to put a roof over my head through these inactive phases.
Yeah.
Imperial Bricks, Telford as well, supported me my last couple of fights. Rejuva, yeah. So I could list all my sponsors.
Yeah. All right.
But, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for doing this, lad.
No, thank you, mate. Cheers for your time.
And maybe in a couple of years, when you're fighting for them English and them European belts, we can come back and see how things have changed. That's
it. I love strap after strap, mate. I'll be covered.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Like the video if you didn't like the video, subscribe if you are new, and thanks for watching.